Hello everyone, how are we? Welcome back to Ball Talk. This is one of our Insight episodes, well, sort of. Since we've been growing in numbers, and thank you for that by the way, we thought it might be fun to do an Insight episode of your favourite bits, our most popular bits, our best bits, to which there are so blooming many. So we hope you enjoyed the best bits of Ball Talk Insight so far. We'll be back next week with fitness, so get off your backside and get running, people. Thank you very much from us three for the continued support, and see you soon. Laters. Are you using stuff like ice baths, saunas?
I can't do ice baths.
No.
That's not for me. But I use saunas. Yeah, I can't do ice baths.
That's actually very common amongst footballers, though. Most footballers can't do ice baths.
Are you not like forced to?
No, you're not forced.
Oh,
they will
wow.
like ask you to, like,
Yeah.
But if you literally, that's not for me. So I can't. I just tell whoever that nah, I can't do it.
I see at Arsenal they have a point system, don't they?
Is it?
Do they?
Yeah, so they basically have so they'll have like 6 or 7 different recovery methods. I don't know, like protein shake or ice bath or recovery boots, and you have to hit a certain amount of points by the day.
That is so
if you don't like the ice
interesting.
baths, you might have to have a protein shake and get in the boots for half hour, or have a massage. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
So you've got. That's probably why Arsenal. They used to be known as a bit of an injury.
Yeah,
crisis
absolutely.
team, and now they
seem to have fixed it.
seem to have fixed it. So maybe every team needs a point system. You've got all the top facilities, and yeah, you could probably. I mean, there's beds there now. You could probably live there.
Really?
Yeah,
What are beds for?
I mean, the beds are for if you play in the evening and they want you in the morning. They'll basically have you training. You have a bit of lunch, and then you'll have a little kip in.
Do you have a nap?
You have a little kip at like 2-3 in the afternoon.
No way.
If you've got an evening kickoff, yeah, you would do that. Yeah.
I didn't
That's
know
quite
that.
normal. I mean, not every player does. It used to be more common when I was younger, actually.
Really?
But some players do like having a kip. There's 2 beds in sort of the kit room at Palace.
This week, we're talking about surely every player's worst nightmare, the subs bench.
They've been named on the bench. They're thinking now after the game, I've got to run.
You look to the S&C coach or the physio or whatever, and you'd be like, are we? Are we doing?
Quality.
Are we?
You want your team to win,
But the midfielders to score.
Yeah.
You just got to watch someone who's like, looks exactly like you, yeah, but he's just a little bit better in every way.
Yeah.
To go out of it.
She says to you, look, mate, it's not you.
I'm a big believer you go on and give the best account of yourself as you can. If you come on, let's say 5 to go, nick the winner, at the end of the game, no one remembers that you didn't start the game.
Yeah.
When you're on the bench, you do need a piss a lot.
The manager will have no clue whether you're warming up, whether you're gone in for a piss. You could probably sit there for 10 minutes. You wouldn't know.
You're not saying, we'll just do it at the weekend. How's the wife?
Yeah, you are.
you
You're
actually-
probably spending more time talking about things
okay.
nothing to do with the game.
No, yeah.
And then I'm sometimes looking at a guy and thinking, why does he look fresher than me? When he's just been on the pitch.
The last thing fans want is a sub blocking their view.
Are they giving it to you all game?
I've had someone say, did your mum do your hair? Like, and on a sub is so difficult because unless you've like got your heart rate up to a serious level on the side, which most players haven't because you're watching the game and it's like that first 5-10 minutes is like a killer. There's times where I've come on and within 10 minutes I've felt more depleted than I've done before 80 minutes into a game. Because you've just come from sitting there watching a game to now match tempo. You've done 2 sprints in behind and you're meant to chase everything because you're fresh. Yeah. I'm sometimes looking at a guy and thinking, why does he look fresher than me when he's just been on the pitch for 70 minutes? I feel I'm done. I've just come on. And he's still running. Like, it's a mad, but I think players know it's coming on is difficult. Like,
and I've had that exact same thing. Like, I've come on sometimes second half of a game, like I said, usually from an injury, so I'll be blowing anyway. But I'm coming on like blowing within 5-10, and I'm looking at the other centre mid or the striker, and I'm thinking,
this is mad, isn't it?
You've got to be.
Yeah.
You've got to be like.
You're asking for a sub again?
Yeah, I'm thinking like, nah, he's got a poke face on.
Yeah.
Actually, you do have to pay for your tops though.
Yeah, you went viral for that, didn't you?
Do you?
Yeah. So you get 3 tops a season.
Yeah.
So let's say who's Eze, he'll get 3 match day tops a season.
3.
3, yeah. That will obviously get like washed and he'll just go through. But after, if you're a player like Eze, you'll get people after your shirts. So it's up to him if he wants to give them away. But once he's lost his 3, he will have to pay for everyone after that.
No way.
50, like things like 50 quid. It'll be the same price as like.
Is this at every Prem club or do you think this is a Palace thing?
No, this is every. I'm almost certain it's at every club. Yeah.
3 is a.
Yeah, well, at Palace is 3. It might be 2 or 4. You know what I mean? But it's all it's in and
so
around
they actually do just get washed and worn again.
Yeah, and like, I was speaking to the Palace kit man about this, and he was saying like Zaha every single game would give his kit away, his top away.
Yeah.
So although he's financially fine,
I think he's alright. Yeah.
but he's still having to pay a bit in like not relative terms.
Yeah.
When you're on the bench, you do need a piss a lot.
Question 10: can you just leave to go to the toilet?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, not because you don't see
it.
it much. Well, they probably don't show us.
I don't know. I've not been allowed during the game.
Okay, I'll say this is where maybe the levels change. I think if you're in the Prem on TV, it's probably very difficult because everyone will be like, where's he going? Yeah, I think in the EFL or in the National League and stuff, it's common. Like for players to just nip to the toilet.
Put your hand up and ask the manager like you do at school.
Because you get up to go and warm up on the side anyways. Like the manager doesn't care about you when you're on the bench. Manager will have no clue whether you're warming up, whether you're gone in for a piss. You could probably sit there for 10 minutes. He wouldn't know unless he needed you to go on and he wasn't there. That's probably the only time he'd then realise.
If you watch a Prem game, so like I said, you do really need a toilet. And
what would they do?
No. So you watch as soon as the half-time whistle goes, you see them. See.
Oh really? You'll see it
I need to
watch that now.
You'll see it most games. They all just sprint off to the tunnel.
Yeah,
Today is a fun one. We are doing footballers' holidays.
One beer, please. Do you know what I mean?
Players that like drinking, they are taking full advantage of those first couple of weeks on holiday.
Ibiza,
tick.
Dubai,
tick.
Algarve.
Oh.
Iron Napa is not much better.
Nope. Mate, I've seen Ronan Keating at an airport.
Went straight over to him. I like sprinted over.
You're one of them?
Yeah. Well, I was 10, mate.
Oh.
There's a lot that an enormous amount of money that would literally just fly economy.
So footballers have it really hard.
So hard, mate. So I just basically followed him around the lazy river for about 3 hours. I was like, I'm Frank Lampard's son.
I'm not in that category of player that gets recognised.
Emirates, if you want to sponsor this podcast.
Destinations. In my head, I think I've got the top 3 destinations for footballers.
3's hard, by the way.
3's hard.
5?
Top 5.
Footballer destinations. I'd go Ibiza.
Tick.
Dubai.
Tick.
Algarve.
Oh.
Didn't think of that. But
Mykonos.
Tick.
Yeah.
And then there's probably 3. I'd probably go Caribbean. But America, you got to think about America these days as well. You seem shocked at Algarve. That is number 1.
I went on holiday there for like 15 years. Beautiful place.
Yeah.
Why is that number 1?
No, it's popular.
I don't know.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, there's an area in Algarve where I know firsthand there's tens and tens of footballers that all have places there, in Premier League footballers.
Really?
And they all go there every year.
I'm assuming we can't mention the place.
No.
If you're a Premier League footballer, are you just booking an economy because you know if they get there and see you, they're going to go first class? Are you getting upgrades as a footballer?
To be honest, I think it's the other way. I've always thought people say you get freebies as a footballer, like I don't know, like sponsors, car, like you might get little freebies, but you also go through a middleman a lot, and it's always a big markup. I think when they hear a footballer, car insurance is a mad one.
Yeah,
is it?
You chuck footballer on car insurance, it goes up by an extra 0.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah,
I can't put that on. As an occupation.
I'm still
way.
I'm still in college.
If anyone's watching, he's not.
Literally, because as soon as you put footballer, you're done. Like,
no
it
way.
just doubles.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah.
Well, because they know you've got cash, or they know you're gonna have a flash car.
It's probably a mixture of everything.
Yeah, cash. It's like you have a flash car at a young age, and you're probably maybe going to be more reckless.
They probably got some stuff.
How much money are top footballers dropping on a holiday? So let's put some parameters on it. Let's say 2 weeks in Dubai. Let's go with a Palace player.
Yeah.
2 weeks in Dubai, mid-table Prem.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace. How much are they dropping?
In a 2 week holiday?
Yeah, in Dubai.
They're probably a lot. Probably, it's obviously definitely in the tens of thousands. 20 grand maybe.
On 2 weeks.
Yeah. It depends on the player. It could be 50 grand. It could be 7 grand. And if you include the flights, that probably goes up another 15 grand.
Because like you say, I'm frowning at that, like 20 grand in 2 weeks. If you've got the money,
yeah.
If you get one holiday a year,
that's the big thing, isn't it?
It's all relative.
If you see how many holidays, like I say, normal people that are doing well in life, go on.
Let's say 4.
Yeah, that can add up.
I'd say most people, if you calculate how much they spend on holiday as a proportion of their yearly wage, is like so much higher than a 20 grand as a proportion of your wage in 2 weeks. Let's say a player's on 50 grand a week, and he's not gone on holiday for 10 months, 11 months, and then for 2 weeks he's gone and spent 20 grand.
Yeah.
That's 3-4 days work.
That is a very interesting point.
on a 2 week holiday. It's nothing. Whereas most average people would, work tooth and nail to go on holiday. So
yeah, and if footballers are spending this money because they're earning so much money, but when they retire, the 5 years, let's say after they retire, a lot of the time they don't have a job.
Yeah.
and they're still spending as if they're earning 50, 100 grand a week.
This is where the problem starts.
I think, you know, it's like I can't remember the stats, but it's
there's a lot that get bankrupt after.
It's majority of Premier League footballers who retire end up bankrupt.
No way.
We have people come in and speak to us about like managing your money and these stats, and I don't want to get the stat wrong, but I know it's the majority of footballers within 5 years.
It's similar in the NBA as well. I remember
within 5 years are bankrupt.
That is crazy. How old are you?
I'm 24.
And people are coming, like, you're an adult, right?
Yeah.
People are coming in to talk to you about managing your finances as an adult.
And
that's crazy.
future, right? Yeah.
Doesn't
Managing
go
your
right.
finances and also managing what you're going to do after
That's
football.
the main thing. It's like, yeah, of course,
Preparing you.
Yeah, because it's like if you prepare.
This is
if
probably
you're
a whole nother
smart,
episode.
Yeah,
by the way.
if you're smart and you prepare, you'd be fine because you just invest in certain things, start certain businesses. You're fine. Money's coming in. The problem is when you don't. When you like get to 34, okay, now you can't play anymore, so you call it a day, and it's like, what do I do?
Yeah,
Wow.
they play probably every golf course in the world within 5 years, and then
Because
bankrupt.
you're
The
used
divorce
to
rate,
that
by the way,
lifestyle. Yeah,
divorce rate is very high for footballers.
Is it?
Extremely.
Yes.
So basically,
It's
well,
for
just
the-
don't
it's-
become a
it's for-
footballer. Just don't become a
for
footballer.
the same reason.
Today is the one I'm most excited for. And I've got Lewis's contract here, and we're going to dissect it. Can I read it?
Yeah.
Want to keep checking?
Yeah, go on. I hope my national insurance number ain't on there and stuff like that.
Allocate a bonus of £1 million. Mental.
Yeah. Then I'd be caked at the end of the season. Neymar had a clause in his contract that every time he went over to clap the fans after a game, he'd get a bonus.
Shut up.
Yeah.
If you start and win, you get both of these.
Yeah. So
Woof. 10k per goal.
10k is an
Scoring.
insult, by the way.
Third, 10.6 mil.
Yeah.
That's nice.
The maddest one I've heard, right? So I don't want to name the person that told me this, but on my coaching course, my UAFB coaching course, it was through the PFA, so it's all either pro footballers, ex-pro footballers are on it, or people who are high up in the sport. And there was a person on it who was in PSG's club staff,
Wow.
quite high up, and it was at the time with Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe.
Wow.
And he said Neymar had a clause in his contract that every time he went over to clap the fans after a game, he'd get a couple of $100,000 bonus.
Shut up.
Yeah, it was.
Nah.
I swear to God, no word of a lie. I don't want to name the person that told me.
No.
But he said it's because I'll tell you off camera.
Yeah, okay.
He said it's because they were so concerned with Neymar having that reputation of not being involved with the club and not being that sort of loved by the fans and having that personal relationship with the club and the fans, that they were encouraging him to clap the fans after a game.
That is insane. Weird clauses. We're on to bonuses. I've got your contract here, Lewis.
Yes.
What year from?
2019, I believe.
2019.
Or 2018? I don't know.
Right, we've got basic win/draw bonus Premier League. This is all about if you start, if you're a sub but you don't play,
Yeah.
which I didn't know, and I think is mental.
What, that you get bonuses for it?
As in bonuses for not playing.
Oh, right, yeah.
So this one is striking me. Draw,
Yeah.
non-playing substitute,
Yeah.
£1,000 bonus.
Yeah.
You haven't played. Oh, sorry. You haven't. I'm so shocked. You haven't played.
Yeah, but you've got in the squad.
Yeah.
But right. So this whole thing of like bonuses, right? Surely it's like tipping a waiter or a waitress. They're getting paid anyway to do their job, and I still do it. I'm not saying I'm not tipping people. What's the point in it?
No, I get it. I do get it. I think they just want an incentive for to keep the player pushing themselves to do the best they can. But
Then we obviously go up as we go playing substitute and starting
Yeah.
lineup. Qualification or playoff matches to reach the group stages. So this is group stages.
Yeah.
CPFC will allocate a bonus of £1 million. Mental.
Yeah.
Such UEFA Champions League bonus will be divided amongst the players on a pro rata basis for the group stages.
I mean, so that figure there is obviously just for the bonuses. The money that the club will be bringing in will be a lot more than that.
Yeah.
So that's just divvied out for the bonuses to the players. The thing is with the Champions League as well. So that figure, £1 million for getting into the group stages, that's the bonus spread amongst the players. They get through to the round of 16, that's doubled. The quarterfinals, that's doubled.
4 mil.
Semi-finals doubled.
8
Finals doubled.
16 mil. Jesus.
For when you're a top player and you're earning $100,000 a week, the bonuses for everything else doesn't really like we spoke about, it doesn't really make a big difference when
That
you're in the
non-playing substitute bonus is not going to. Yeah.
When you're in the Champions League, that's when the bonuses really have an effect for these world-class players.
Yeah. With bonuses, surely a striker has a better contract, because you've told us goal bonuses. I've heard in the industry of clean sheet bonuses. Yours is based on your performance and scoring goals. Clean sheet bonuses is depending on 3 other centre backs and a keeper as well. Surely a striker has a dream contract.
Yeah, but it's not easy to score a goal.
Very true. Yeah.
Yeah, you could argue it's easier.
Oh yeah,
to
you've got 4 people to keep a clean sheet, but only 1 to score
for
a
you
goal.
as an individual to score a goal. Like, yeah, it's just different, isn't it? In general, strikers in a squad will probably be the higher earners in general, and obviously they have the opportunity to make a goal bonus.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could just argue that a clean sheet's hard to keep. Like, that's why you see a team 3-0 up and you see they concede and the goalkeeper's fuming. He's probably thinking, not only did he want to get the clean sheet for his as a stat, but like all the bonus is gone and that it's difficult. So
yeah, like if you're a striker
really
and you're a striker and your job is to score goals, you've got a higher weekly wage
to score goals.
To score goals.
Is
So
that
why
what
am I
normally
paying
happens?
you? Yeah, why am I paying you an extra bonus when that weekly wage is for you to score goals?
When you're trying to sign a player, you're competing with other clubs. So as much as that argument's 100% correct, a striker will go, well, they've offered me the same wage you're offering me plus a goal bonus. So then you're like, okay, if we really want him, we're just going to have to at least match that.
Yeah.
So that's probably where a lot of it comes from. Like, players are in demand, and sometimes they're in a powerful position when negotiating.
Today's episode is all about tactics.
It's almost like I'm trying to chat him up.
Yeah.
The other centre is trying to chat him up. Who's got better riz?
Surely you can just have tactic A, B, C, and D. Oh, we've got Leicester this weekend. Let's play tactic B.
That would be like just okay, cool. Someone gets sent off today.
I wouldn't see Sam Allardyce until the Friday. Oh
Cracks
my
me
god!
up.
I had so many of them, by the way. Stoke under Tony Pulis, he thinks could give the prime Barcelona a game. 16-17 season, right? That was when I first started training with Crystal Palace first team. The second half of that season, it was Sam Allardyce was the manager and Sammy Lee.
Yeah.
It would be very common for during that whole week, I wouldn't see Sam Allardyce until the Friday.
Really?
He wouldn't be in the training ground.
Where would he be?
Sometimes he'd be in the training ground in his office.
Yeah.
Sometimes there'd be days where he wouldn't be there. But the norm was you wouldn't see him Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, you might see him for like the afternoon session. And then Friday, you'd see him for the proper tactics. And that'd be it. It'd be Sammy Lee taking the main thing with the rest of the other coaching staff as well. Obviously, he's an old school manager.
Yeah.
That's probably, seeing that, I was like a bit taken back. But that's obviously how it used to be a lot
That's
more.
what I said. Yeah, 10 years ago, or 20 years ago, that wouldn't be too uncommon. I'd literally be like, we're playing Arsenal. Okay, they're going to try and keep the ball. We're going to low block it today.
And he was more of an overseer gaffer, like the team, how you want to like the tactics, rather than someone like Arteta who's getting involved in the sessions.
Yeah. Allardyce still doesn't rate the modern day. Like, he does interviews every now and then, and he's talking about playing up from the back. He thinks it's stupid.
He only does interviews on Friday, though.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where he was, just doing interviews all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was he
Instead
doing
of
the rest of the
coaching.
week?
I'll take your shit. Mate, I didn't see him. I don't know.
As well.
In terms of like we spoke about, getting the advantage to win the football matches, the tactics are going in the right direction because you're gaining more advantage. But it is killing the individual flair we see in matches. You know, we don't see Ronaldinho anymore, doing flip flaps and step overs, and we don't see players of that style. You look at the Ballon d'Or list. Busquets, for me, is better than Rodri, right? Has ever been. Busquets never got near the Ballon d'Or. Just because it wouldn't be given to a type of player like that, regardless how good they are. It'd be given to the Messis, Ronaldinhos, the Ronaldos, Neymar. Whereas Rodri's likely to win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
So I feel like tactics is ruining that side of football, like the love of watching it.
Natural flair is what, like, I think if you look at Grealish, I think he's a perfect example.
Yeah, great
Used
example.
to be unreal at Villa at taking players on. Used to do it all the time.
Yeah.
Now, not all the time, of course. He'll get down the wing. He'll come back and pass it.
Yeah.
Like that. Surely that is a tactical thing of, I don't want you to do this anymore. I want you to play like this.
Yeah, of course.
And now his natural ability has been stifled. Surely.
Yeah. Well, the question of whether it's gone too far depends on what side you're on. Like from a standpoint of winning games. No, it's going in the right direction. The managers are not doing it. Like they're benefiting from the current tactics. They're getting advantages. Pep, for example, the way he's coached Grealish recently to play and stuff, he's not doing that for no reason. He's not doing that just because he doesn't want to see Grealish shine.
This week, we're learning about agents. And what could I ring my agent for?
It's actually insane these days. They'd ring their agent before they ring like the emergency services.
It's only going to be 400 grand a week.
Yeah.
5% off that. Jesus Christ. You do the lottery, don't you?
Famous one where Balotelli set off fireworks in his house.
Yes, he did.
And he rung his agent, licensed agent. They don't like letting you watch certain games. You won't be allowed.
Do they not?
Agents like having players move a lot.
Yeah.
Because they get money every time they move.
They bought you.
They bought me with a pair of Nike trainers and a pair of Nike boots. Ballstalk agency.
Why not?
We could do that. Listen, why don't we?
Right, cut the cameras. We're setting up an agency. We've discussed agents doing contracts a lot.
Yeah.
What else do they do? What could I, if I'm sat there and I've
mate.
got an agent, what could I ring my agent for?
It's actually insane these days.
Is it?
Like, I know players who are in this bubble and are so far from reality. They would ring their agent about absolutely anything. Like, I'm talking, they'd ring their agent before they ring like the emergency services. Like,
Shut up.
The house is on fire, they'd ring their agent. They're getting robbed, they'd ring their agent. Flat tyre, ring your agent.
What?
Flowers for the missus. Like, I'm talking anything.
But would that not be the job of like a PA?
That's what agents are.
Really?
That is what agents are. You've hit the nail on the head.
Really?
Agents these days are there just to do absolute. Listen, some players aren't too bad with it. And
Yeah, of course.
There are some players that are very bad with it. There's the famous one where Balotelli set off fireworks in his house.
Yes, he did.
And he rung his agent before he didn't ring anyone else.
What?
So he rung his agent before ringing like the police or the
for?
fire brigade to come sort. Their whole life is getting looked after by whether it's the club or the agent. So anything goes wrong or anything they need to know, they're gonna just get the agent to do it.
Agents making money.
Yeah.
How do they actually make money negotiating a contract?
Yeah, so that's changed as well actually. So it used to be like 5 or 10% of the weekly wage will get paid by the club to the agent. Okay.
Oh.
If they brokered the deal.
So it wouldn't be coming out of your pocket?
No.
Oh, okay.
It depends on the deal.
Yeah, okay.
But let's say 5%. I think they're now putting a cap on it, or they're trying to put a cap on it, so it goes down to like even less, like 2% or something like
Really?
that. Then you also get money you'll get a decent percentage of the transfer fee.
Yeah.
That's why agents like having players move a lot,
Yeah.
because they get money every time they move.
That is crazy. And if you think about someone like Mino Raiola, who was like Pogba, Balotelli, Ibrahimovic,
Laughing.
5% of their weekly wage. Are you mental?
He's a lot.
Just them three.
Yeah, so he's getting 5% of the weekly wage. All the big percentage of their transfer fee, big percentage of all their sponsorship deals, all their media deals.
Yeah.
Like, he is laughing. The demands young players are having for agents these days, I've heard some crazy stories.
Really?
Yeah, so again, I was speaking to an agent not too long ago, and they were telling me that, you know, there was a few different agencies trying to sign this young player, Premier League club. Mm-hmm. And as they had their meeting with him, the player's 16, maybe 15. And the first thing the player said to the agent was, how much money are you going to pay me to sign with you?
Oh.
If a kid's thinking that at 15,
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to go too well long term.
But that's probably parents, isn't it? We've spoken about pushy parents before.
It's pushy parents, and it's also when you're the top player in the team at a Premier League club at 15, the club will really look after you. So you'll feel that love. You'll know you're special. You're getting loads of agents come and speak to you. All of a sudden, your head's getting massive, and you know you're in a powerful position where you can demand money off these people, and you're playing them at their own game.
Yeah.
I understand how savage the business is. I remember an agent telling me once that he was trying to work out a deal with this player. He wasn't obviously signed with the player, but he was trying to help him sort this move out. And he'd been working for months and months on this one deal. Mm-hmm. He had it over the line, ready to sign, and then he lost contact with the player for a couple of days. And then you see on Sky Sports News that player had gone and signed for somewhere else, and he's obviously gone with a different agent. And he's put months and months into that. And it's like, listen, if you're the player and I'm working with you for months, and you're getting me this deal, working really hard, and then all of a sudden, you know, you're working for me to go to Arsenal. All of a sudden, some other agent comes in and says, I've got you Real Madrid, more money. I've never met this agent. You might still go with it.
Great. Is there no sort of like non-compete? You're not like attached to that agent. Can you just up and leave?
No. So it depends if you're signed on to the contract with the agent.
Yeah,
but some players won't be signed on to a contract. They'll use different agents for different deals, which isn't I don't like that route, because it's very like, I prefer to have a personal relationship with my agent, so they've got the best interest for me.